down this road, and I know where to go. To find my travels as you can.
Define those travels as you can. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Goglings, Gogletites, Gogorifics, Gog Peoples, Goggers, Goggles, Goggling, I don't know, some other Gog things, you know. Good to see everyone. Welcome to episode 208 of Pen and Pixels. I am your host, Arvin Elleron, and this is the show that we do here every Tuesday between 4 and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we move on with the game Return of the Obra Dinn, and we are closing in on the end of this. My hope, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it today, but I would love to be able to finish this game today because next week on Pen and Pixels, we will be having our return to D&D as we will have D&D with GOG next week. So what I'd love to do is to be able to finish this, have D&D with GOG, and then start a new game the week afterwards. That's what I'd like to do, but I have no idea. Goggling sounds more like a verb than a noun. It can be both. It can be both, Miranda. But that's what I'd love to have happen, but it's probably more likely that it's going to take 2 sessions, and that's okay, because I've definitely been loving this game, but we are now into the tough part. The tough part. Declare victory. And I will not declare victory. No corpse left behind. That's my key, Miranda. Before I go any further, though, let me remind people about ways to support the stream. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to follow us here at GOG.com. Please make sure to subscribe to us here as well, because you can get emotes, which you can use here, there, and everywhere on Twitch. And you can also, of course, get those custom sub badges that you can see with Echo Alpha and others, so that would be lovely. And last but certainly not least, of course, you can also click through and to each of us individually, because we all have our own Patreons and subsystems and stuff like that. I am actually going to be closing up shop today here on GOG, so I'll be with you until 7 p.m. Eastern, roughly speaking, and then I'm going to be back over on my channel at 9 p.m. Eastern, playing some Apollo Justice Ace Attorney with my amazing voice acting team, the R Vocalists. So if you want to have fun and laugh a lot, that definitely is what that game plus voice actor set is going to provide. So you're definitely going to want to stop by for that tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. And at the end of the week, this week, I'll be playing some Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So that's what we've got going on. But the key, first at least initially, is going to be to play this. And so accordingly, we're going to do that. Good to see everyone. Hello all. Welcome, welcome. And yeah, I am excited to be continuing this game. I've really been enjoying this game a lot. I think one of the things that I realized was it's not so much the, there we go. It's not so much the idea of like wanting to have like logic puzzles, although I like those fine. It's just the fact that it's just so well constructed and put together, and there's something so satisfying about getting these things right. Especially during our last session when we had a couple of things where I'm like, man, like this one dude, like Henry Brennan, that freaking guy that I just tried multiple times. I'm like, come on. And then I finally managed to get the guy, and it was super exciting. So that's really been enjoyable, and I can't wait to continue with it. And I have a good idea for some other possible games down the line too, we will say. My shirt says, hello, Inquisitor. Welcome, sir. My shirt says the theory of gameativity, GM equals PC squared, which either means, depending on how cynical you are, it either means that the game master is worth more than the square of player characters, or it means that a GM is much more powerful than a personal computer squared, which I think, that's probably true. I will leave it to my players to decide if the other part is true. I think that depends. We did have almost a full player wipe, party wipe this morning on my Adventures of Middle-earth campaign, actually. All 4 of the players were down. All 4 of the characters were down, all in negatives, all making death saves. And there were a couple of possibilities where there was a real chance that the wrong roll and they could have actually died. They did survive it, barely. They got through it, and they managed to hold back Selduin against the evil of the orc invading army, but it was a near thing. It was close. You secretly wish one of them to be a loss. It was more than 80, man. It was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah, it was an entire army. And a lot of it was just the key was kind of going after, was getting the Gibbet King, who was the main kind of guy. That was the person who was the biggest problem. So, but anyway, but they made it through, and I've been loving that campaign too. And you should definitely stop by and check it out. But today we've got some more Obra Dinn, and I'm very excited about it. And so with no further ado, I'm going to head over there and let's get to it. With Pen and Pixels GOG. Hello, Garrett. You're supposed to die here, script points. No. No, I try not to script deaths that way. That would be a little bit unfortunate. Okay. The heck quote is that? Nice. I can successfully bench press more than an Alienware PC. I'd like to hope so. Yeah, I will hope so. I mean, that would be unfortunate if I couldn't. There we go. All right. 39 fates solved. 10 hours and 24 minutes. Oh, I see. No, no. Although definitely having to deal with the Gibbet King was a problem. Like, because he's the sort of spirit that was forcing them and pushing them forward in the first place. So, okay. So, with that said, alrighty. Let's see. What are we doing? Okay. Let me go back to the beginning and see where we're at. So, we've gotten a lot of these fixed now, but we still have problems that are left over. And, let's see, we've got Martin Parrott. We've got James Wallace. I don't even know who the hell Duncan McKay is. Or who Zungi Sathi is. Although, yeah. I'm still not sure that this is the same guy either. I'm not 100% sure that that's who that is. We do know this part is correct. We know that this is Paul Moss. We know that he was killed with a sword, and we know it was by Leonid Volkov. Because we figured this part out last time. So this is definite. That's one that's correct. And so what I'd really like is to have the second one right be one of these. And I think this person probably is alive, although we don't exactly know where. Excuse me, and if that's the case, then all I need to do is get one more to get those guys taken out. All of these topmen and seamen and all that stuff is going to be a problem, but we'll deal with that later. So, the real issue here is figuring out... and actually, you know what? Take a look at these pictures. Okay. I have both of them listed as Philip Dahl. Okay, that's a problem. We need to figure out which guy this actually is. This guy is not necessarily Philip Dahl. They both can't be Philip Dahl. Oh, because I kept changing it. Never mind. Never mind. I'm being foolish. Never mind. I kept switching them around. Okay. I need to look at that Justice at Sea. Because let's assume that's right for a minute. Okay. This is what I need to do here, is figure out... He shot with a gun, unknown. That was Philip. We don't know who this is, Claude. No, we don't know if that's Philip. That's the problem. I don't think. But wait a second, though. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so that's Philip Dahl. And that's gotta be... Wait, who is Paul Moss again? Paul Moss. Where are you? Show me Paul Moss. There he is. Paul Moss. That's this guy, right? Yes. Okay, that's Paul Moss. That's definite. Good, okay. Now we got that right. Wanted to make sure I got that correct. Okay. So Paul Moss is definite. We know that's correct. So that leaves two stewards left that this could be. Zungi Sathi and Samuel Galligan. So let's before I do try to figure anything else out, let's go and figure out these pictures. Because I've only got two others then. So we've got... That's Paul Moss. We know that's Paul Moss. That makes him Philip Dahl. So the thing we don't... And that's the third mate steward, and he's already gone. So that means we've got this guy and this guy. And the problem is we don't... This guy was, I think... Was he Claude? Right, this is the guy who was on the... That's right, that's right. This is the guy who was there. O'Hagan. O'Hagan. Alright, wait a second. Who is O'Hagan? Oh, okay. Right, that's the guy who we already know is dead. Okay. So, we know that he was Claude. We don't know, though, if it's Philip Dahl or if it's Zungi Sathi or Samuel Galligan. So we still have some information that we're missing about them. So we'll see. Nor do we know which Topman is which. So we know that we've got one of them right, basically, is my point. We know that this guy, Paul Moss, is right. And so the question is what we're going to do with these other two. So, do we have any information about this guy at all? You? Yeah, but the problem is... just as easily be that guy. I don't know if that's Zungi Sathi. That may be wrong. That may be wrong. So this is right. We need to figure out the other ones. So let me jump back up to this. Okay. You. We still don't know what happened to this guy. We still don't know what happened to him. Except... Thank you, Blue Hawk, for the follow. Welcome to GOG. The only thing we know is that the last time that we saw him... So this was the Doom Part 2, Part 5. The Doom Part 8 is the last time that we saw him. And he was present somehow. So it had to be after the Doom. Had to be after the Doom. Let's see. So it could have been in Bargain. So it could have been in Doom, and it could have been an Escape. That. Right. Okay. So we still don't know what's going on with that. So, but it sounds like that guy, at the very least, Para did not disappear there. So he didn't die in the Doom. That means that he had to have died in Bargain? We still don't know what the deal is with that. Then there was Escape. Could he have died in Escape? Okay, we know that one's correct. If he's alive in Africa... See, so that's the thing. Okay, that's that. That's that. That's that. Yeah, so see... So that means that that means that the only person... That means that this guy, the third mate, must be somewhere in that Bargain chapter. So I don't think I can do anything with him right now. I don't think there's any way to access him. So... That leads to this guy. Now, we know that he was clubbed by Captain Robert Witterell, but we don't know which one is which, unfortunately. Yeah. So, alright, so the point of all that is that we can't do anything with, we're out of luck on the whole Martin Parrott thing. This has got to wait. We don't have enough information here. This guy, on the other hand... He disappeared in the Doom. Nathan Peters was drowned by a terrible beast. James Wallace. What happened to you, James Wallace? Alright. What are the memories where we can find you? What's up, Marworks? Okay, let's see what we've got. So, the Doom Part 1, the Doom Part 7. Soldiers of the Sea, that's earlier on. Unholy Captives, Soldiers of the Sea. Okay. So all of that is, like, not relevant to this because he didn't vanish until the Doom. So the Doom Part 7. So this is the last chapter that, or this is the last time that we saw him, was the Doom Part 7. And he was somewhere to be found here. So we need to find him. So Doom Part 7 is where we're going. And that's there. Let's do it. Let's go do some investigation. I need another person that I can be sure about, because if I have one more person that I'm sure about, then I can feel pretty good about the rest, honestly. Okay. He's ripped apart. Okay, that's Martin Parrott. It's Volkov, whatever. No. Actually, wait a second. That's Thomas Lank, I know about that. You, how did you die? Oh, because of the... Okay, he blew up. Right. He blew up. My bad. Yes, I don't care about this. So sorry to relive this. Yes, terrible. Okay. No, we want 7. We want part 7. This is the one that we want, because... Okay, that's... What's his face? Mava. Alright, so somewhere is our mate. The question is, where did he go? Did he get drowned? See, he could very well have drowned. That could be him. He could very well have drowned. Except that it's surprising, though, that you don't see him. You'd think that you would be able to identify him here somewhere. You're the gunner, right? Or the gunner's mate, whatever. Okay. Okay, rain. Who are you? Right, it's another one of the top men. Hey, happy Tuesday, Lone Wolf. What's up? Okay. So you can miss these people sometimes. So see, the thing I don't understand is it says that this character that I'm looking for, the surgeon's mate, is present here somewhere. The question is where. So I guess. Not much, just chilling. Good. You're just some guy, right? You're not the surgeon's mate, right? You're already dead. I already dealt with you. I already dealt with you also, I think. Didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so... It's gotta be it. It's gotta be that he's drowned. It's gotta be that he was drowned by a terrible beast, because that's the only place I can think of him being, is there in one of those three. So So if he's drowned by a terrible beast, then that would mean, if I got him right, then it would mean that he's drowned by a terrible beast, and we would already have known that this one, killed by sword, El Volkov, is 100% correct. So then the question is, but see, the thing is that one of these cannot be right, because then Davy James would not be alive in Africa, because if that were the case, then he would have been dealt with. So maybe that's not right. I know this is correct. She uses she says, watch out, Paul. Volkov was the one that killed him, because we now know who Volkov is. The game checked off that that is indeed Volkov. And we saw him running through with the sword. So we know this is 100% right. So that means that either Davy James being alive in Africa or James Wallace being drowned by a beast is not right. One of those two has to be wrong. But the thing I don't understand is, how are you drowned? No. He's not. He's alive. He's alive because everyone else in this chapter disappeared the same way. No. Darn it. This guy who disappeared in Escape, everyone else in this chapter is alive in Africa. Emily Jackson's alive in Africa. Jane Bird is alive in Africa. Henry Evans is alive in Africa. Why would Davy James not be alive in Africa? He's dead, Jim. What's up, Lakey? I've got to assume that's right. So if he's alive in Africa, and where did he disappeared in Escape? When's the last time we see him? Last time we see him is Escape Part 3. Yeah, the last time we see him is in Escape. Well, wait a second. Soldiers, only captives. Escape is later, right? Yeah. So the last time that we see him is in Part 3. He was on that same boat. He's got to be alive in Africa. And that means if he's definitely alive in Africa, unless that's not Davy James, which I guess is possible. He's dressed like it. He's dressed like a steward. But assuming that that's Davy James, that's the fourth mate. That's the fourth mate's steward. Because there's the third mate's steward standing next to the third mate. First mate's steward, Paul Moss. Ship steward, the captain's steward. Yeah, these guys are dressed like that. So that makes sense to me. I'm an insurance adjuster, not a doctor. It's got to be that guy. So if that's Davy James, then he's got to be alive in Africa. But that means that if that's true, that that's definitely correct, then that has to mean that this guy wasn't, that this guy here, James Wallace, was not drowned by a beast. And we know that that's Henry Evans, and so James has got to be the surgeon's mate. Oh, man. This is really tough. I don't understand it. That's James Wallace. He's the surgeon's mate. Was there anything else he could have been? He was shot? Eaten? Was he eaten by a terrible beast? No. Crushed by a terrible beast? Clubbed by a terrible beast? No. He's drowned by a terrible beast. He didn't die. That's the thing, Plunge. He didn't die. He disappeared. That's the problem. So I'm guessing the drowned because of this reason. I'm guessing that because I can't find him anywhere. This is the episode. This was the last scene where he appears. James Wallace, the surgeon's mate that I was just talking about. And, wait a second, who's that guy? Right, that's a topman. That's definitely a topman. That's good to know. But anyway, so I can't find him anywhere, and the only ones who are here are these three. I guess I could try to go earlier and see who's literally in the boat in the earlier three, but those are the ones that are, like, those are the only three that are unaccounted for, and I can't zoom in far enough to see who those actually are, who those characters actually are. They're too far away. So, and I cannot find him anywhere else. That guy's dead. I already know what happened to him. You are already accounted for. He's already dead. That's the fourth mate. I always worry that I'm missing something, but... That's the problem, Plunge. No. I have one that I'm sure is correct is this one. Paul Moss. This one's 100% correct. I know that for sure. The other one that I think is correct is this guy. Where is he? Shoot. There's too many crew members. The one that I think is correct is Davy James because he disappears in the same scene as he was on the same boat that the other three people all ended up being alive in Africa. Now, I suppose it's possible that he's drowned, but I have no idea who would have drowned him because these other three apparently made it off the boat just fine. So I'm not sure about him, but I'm guessing because the other three passengers on that same boat who disappeared are alive in Africa, I'm guessing he is too. Unless he was killed by them, but I don't. I mean, how am I supposed to know that? So this one, I'm not sure. So that's why I thought I had a second one, but yeah, I don't think. I mean, maybe the gun would make it hurt a little bit, Mirinda. That's the only thing. I mean, it certainly wouldn't kill it. I mean, it might drive it off, I guess. But okay, so let's take a look. So this guy, who is it that I'm looking for? James Wallace. So James Wallace disappeared in the one that I'm at right now, right? Right. And his memories, the Doom Part 7. The earlier one is the Doom Part 1. So I guess all right, so that's the earliest one is the Doom Part 1. And that's all earlier ones. So let's see. All right, we'll check and see where the Doom Part 1 gives me any more of a clue. Okay. Alright, Doom Part 1. Where are you? Is that Doom Part 1? Yeah, it is. Alright. So that's Nathan Peters. That's him.
Get in the boat. Before I forget, you killed my brother. What? That was an accident. No probes. It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing. Lies. Oh, I shouldn't have waited so long. No, don't.
So he was on the lifeboat. Drowned by a beast. So that means he's drowned by a beast. Yeah. I mean, and that's the other thing. The game confirmed that he was drowned by a beast. The game confirmed this already. So that means that he's definitely, and that means this dude is also drowned by a beast. I have no idea who you are. Drowned by a beast. I don't know who you are, though. So these two are drowned by beasts. I don't know who this guy's name is, though. Actually, you know what I can probably do? While I'm on it, while I'm on this subject, he was a topman. He was a seaman. So he could probably be a seaman. Cabbage, carrots, potatoes. All right. Are you a... Okay, you're definitely not... Oops, China. Could be you, Hamadou Diam. In fact, there's a pretty good chance that that's who you are. Although you could be Lewis Walker. That could be from Russia. Ah! Got him! Yes! That wasn't who I was trying for, but... Nice. Okay, so Alexander Booth, seaman. Paul Moss, I told you I got that one right. Yes, and he is alive in Africa. Okay, I'm not out of my mind then. Okay. Lovely. All right. That's good. That's good. Hey, what's up, LaJoge? Getting there. Getting there. I am indeed getting there. Okay, so that leaves these. So now we're all into a bunch of ones that I'm really unsure about. Except that, okay, if we know that he was drowned by a beast, then that means that this has to be correct. That he has to have been... Where's the guy? So... Anyone on this was drowned by a beast. Okay, Alexander Booth, you were definitely drowned by a beast. James Wallace was drowned by a terrible beast. Has to be drowned by a terrible beast. Has to be. And we know that he was drowned by a terrible beast because the game already confirmed it. So these two dudes are both dead, drowned by terrible beasts. That means you have to be also drowned by a terrible beast. Unless the game's being stupid and is claiming that he somehow swam to safety, which that would be completely unfair. I'm not positive, Plunge, but here's why I think it probably is. Because that is definitely the surgeon, Henry Evans. And the game puts a lot of emphasis on the position of people in these pictures. So he is dressed like that. He's got a tie just like he's got a tie. There's only two people with ties like that. And he's standing right next to, in fact, behind this guy. So that's what makes me think he's likely to be the surgeon's mate. No, but see, I'm saying that I think that is. Because that's this guy, and he's standing behind him. Again, the game has tried to be clear. Like, these are all stewards. The guys with hats are all mates. The guys with, you know, that's how you can tell when these guys, you can get a sense of it from that. So, these guys are dressed. These guys, not that one. So I'm pretty sure that that's James Wallace. So if he's drowned by a terrible beast, and if I have that right, again, I can't figure him out for a while yet. I haven't even found out anything about this guy. I have no idea who the purser is. Maybe he learned to fly. Maybe he became the beast. Maybe he reasoned with the beast. He's like, hey, beast, let me help you out here, bro. Okay, and then we have all of these top men. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, so let me go up and try to figure some of these triangles here. I'm actually you're an insurance adjuster in this game, Penology. So you come on board this ship, the Obra Dinn, which is returned after a long time at sea, and everybody's dead or gone. Like, there's a couple corpses, there's a bunch of corpses on the ship, and then there's a bunch of people that are not even there. So the one thing that you have is you have this, like, memento mori, this stopwatch that allows you to go back in time and see the exact moment of the person's death, and then link it to other deaths that may have happened within that scene. So I've now seen all the scenes that there are to see. I now know supposedly I have all the information that I need. Some deaths can only be accessed in the memories of other deaths, basically. but the rest of it is just sort of, you know, process of elimination. And so there's a bunch of crew members, and then you have a couple of things. Some of the, you know, in some of the memories, you have someone referring to someone by name, just a couple of those. There's also the clothing, sometimes the bunk that they sleep in. There's all different ways that you can try to figure out. And so I've been figuring this out by basically process of elimination. And every time you get 3 fates right, then 3 fates get checked off and you get marked. And right now, I think you have like 42 out of 60 fates correct or something like that. So I'm now trying to get some of these, and this is kind of the tough one. So let's assume for a minute that that's correct, although I'm not sure. I don't even know who the hell Duncan McKay is, quite honestly. So that's the problem I've got there. This guy... This dude, the ship's steward, I have no idea if this is right. Yeah, my pleasure. This game is excellent and is not expensive. And if you're interested, you should all check it out by typing in my link. Oh, actually, Echo just put it there. So you can click on that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I get a couple of bucks sent my way, which is always a nice thing. Okay, let's see. So the last time, do we know when he disappeared? When were you killed? Perished in Soldiers of the Sea, Part 7. Okay. Let's see if we can find that guy. Alright, so let's exit here. How do I know James Wallace can't be right? How do I know that? I know that he's the surgeon's mate, and that's James Wallace. Oh, you mean because it didn't click when I had it there before, you mean? Yeah, that's true. I can't be sure, I guess. But what the... I mean... I don't understand... Yeah, just don't understand how he's the only person who was somehow not drowned by a terrible beast. I mean, what does that mean? That means that he's alive. He's alive in the Azores? He somehow swam to the Azores? I mean, the thing about this is that there are 3 guys in that picture. There are 3 of them. There we go. There are 3 of them in this picture, and the other 2 all supposedly, both supposedly drowned by being, you know, drowned by a terrible beast. So, let's go take a look again at the Doom Part 7, which I think is there, right? Okay. Okay. Oh, Charles Wallace, yeah. So there are the 3 guys. That's the boat. There's 3 guys there. How would any of the 3... How did any of them survive it? I can't zoom in on any of them. All I know is that none of the 3 of them survived. So I feel like it's got to be drowned. Or the game's not being fair. Like, if they drowned, how didn't he drown? I mean, I guess... Is there a Part 8? There is a Part 8. Alright, you know what? So I tell you what. Let's do this a little bit differently then. Let's take a look at Part 8. Maybe I can see that one of those guys somehow survived or something. I don't know, but we can check that out. So Part 8. Oh, I have to go all the way back here. Part 8. Maybe the terrible beast snatched him out of the air for a snap. Maybe he smacked him around. Alright. He's up there. No, they're not. They're not even in this one. So it means they were gone by then. Yeah, no, I know, Goody. But the problem is that this guy is not actually... This guy is not actually present. In this one, you can't even see him. I just had to guess, basically, that he was there based upon the fact that he showed up earlier on. So, I just think it's very likely that he's drowned by a beast. Okay, who was the guy that I was looking for before? Not you. You. Where did you die? All right, let's find you and see what happened here. Okay. All right, let's get out of there. Right. Okay. That is on the Orlop deck. So let's go down here. Oh, sorry, that's the gun deck. Orlop deck is one level below that. There we go. Alright, now it's down here on the left-hand side. Right, just need to get outside. Right, so to get out here. Yes, like this, and then all the way down here. There's the guy. Okay.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Okay, so he was shot. We know that he's a steward. We just don't know which steward. But we know he's a steward. Because he's definitely that guy. Okay, so I had him that he was shot by a gun, but it was unknown. But actually, can I get inside here and see? It wasn't that guy. He wasn't aiming for him. Who shot you? Oh, maybe that guy. Maybe you did. How do I get into there, though, to see? Right, that guy. It's not him. Yeah. Oh, it annoys you somehow? That guy right there. Who are you? I need to get to find you. Okay. 11 others were present. Could have been that guy, the bosun's mate. Or it's certainly not that guy. It's actually probably the bosun's mate. Can I see? That's got to be the bosun's mate. Because and here's why. There's no other bald people here. There's no other bald people in this scene. It's not him. The only one here who's bald is... I think it's that guy, because there's nobody else here who's bald. That's the guy that we're dealing with right now. Shoot. It's certainly not him. So it's gotta be the bosun's mate. He's definitely shot with a gun. Charles Minor. Now the question is, which steward, though? Is he Samuel Galligan, or is he Samuel Galligan, or is he Zungi Sathi? He's one of the two. Let's take a look at the picture again. Are you Zungi Sathi, or... That's the question, right? Is he... I mean, that... Which one looks more like a Zungi, and which looks like a... Zungi and Philip. Well, if I'm right about the other ones, then I might be able to reverse these. So let me try seeing if I can do that. Let me try saying, what if I said that was Zungi? And that would mean that this guy was Philip Dahl. Or Samuel Galligan. So Zungi Sathi. Which means that guy could be Samuel Galligan or Philip Dahl. Thank you, Snowy, for the follow. Welcome to GOG. Yeah, I have 3 stewards left because one of the stewards... Whoops. I have 3 stewards left. There we go. I only know one of the stewards. Actually, sorry, 2 of them. 3 of them. So there's 6 stewards in all, and I've got 3 of them. Paul Moss, Roderick Anderson, and Davy James. The other 3 are up there. I know that this person was shot by a gun with C minor, but I don't know if that was this dude, or Philip Dahl, or Samuel Galligan. That's the problem. Philip Dahl perished in the Calling Part 3. Okay, so hold on a second. This is not the Calling Part 3, I don't think. What memory am I in right now? Okay, Soldiers of the Sea. So that means that... Okay, so wait. Let me process this properly. So that means that this guy... That means that this guy was Claude, which means that this guy... Oh, yeah, well, that still fits. Yes, I found all the memories. Yeah, I have all the memories. Okay, so he was clawed by a terrible beast. I know he was clawed by a terrible beast, but I don't actually know. He was clawed by a terrible beast. But I don't know which one he is. Actually, that could be Nicholas. That's definitely not Nicholas. Just gave me a thought, actually. Which is, that guy... Is there a Nicholas? Okay, I need to see if there's a Nicholas who's a steward. These 2 people are not that. So that just strikes me that his name could be Nicholas. So we'll come back to him, because that's Nichols, not Nicholas. All right, now wait a minute. The calling. Calling Part 3. Right. Okay. Nicholas, sir. Nichols. Not Nicholas. Okay. Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake. Okay. All right. So that doesn't help me. I thought it was Nicholas, but his name is Nichols. Nichols, shoot them for God's sake. Okay. So that doesn't help me. Shoot. Okay. So much for that idea. So anyway, right. So he was clawed by a terrible beast, but I don't know what steward he was. So let's make him an unknown steward. He's definitely an unknown steward. And you are an unknown steward. Shot by a gun by Charles Minor. This part's right, I just don't know what steward he is. And the other steward... Yes, there's 3 stewards. So I have to figure out who did what. Also, we only have 4 stewards here. Where's the other steward? Oh, there we go. That's the 4th mate steward. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. I should have 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the 6th steward? Do we even have the 6th steward? The 3rd steward? What do you mean? Oh, the one that we haven't looked at yet, you mean? See, the only thing I have right now is I only have 2 of the stewards here, though. I don't know where the other steward is, actually. Is that guy a steward? Are you a steward? Emily Jackson. No, wait a second, though. Could she be dancing with... Was she married to anybody? Is there a Jackson? I'll look at Jackson in a minute. Yeah, let me... Okay, Jackson. Is there a Jackson besides the main one? Thank you, Ukrainian Cheekbreak. Welcome to GOG. All right, Jackson. Okay, that's her. Jackson. Shoot. No other Jacksons. Okay. Too much to hope for. All right, so... Topman. These may all be topmen, which would mean he might be a topman. He's got to be Persian. He's got to be a topman, and he's got to be Persian. But I don't know where he died. He disappeared in the Doom. All right, where do you appear? All right, so now what we do is we look at the last time that he was present. Soldiers of the Sea, Part 8. Is that the last time he was present? No, the Doom, Part 2. The Doom Part 6. Okay, so the Doom Part 6 is the last time. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is possible, Plunge. So the Doom Part 2 and the Doom Part 6. Okay, let's check that out. Okay, Doom Part 6. Let's get out of here. Okay. Doom Part 6. It's on the main deck, so I gotta go over and up. One thing I think we can all agree on, this was not a good... This ship did not have a good voyage. Okay. Definitely unfortunate trip. What's up, Kilgore? How are you, sir? Okay. Wow, dying shortly to be dead. Right, that guy. Right. With me. Uh-huh. Yep. He fell overboard to his death. That dude absolutely fell overboard. Can we all agree? That's this guy, okay? He was a topman. That dude absolutely fell overboard to his death. He doesn't show up again. Can we all agree on that? That's gotta be the situation there. All right, so that's definite. Nice, Coven. Okay. So that takes care of him. If that takes care of him, if that's a set one, then that means that we've got him correct. If we've got him correct, then we only need 2 others correct. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. But see, the problem is because I've got 3 of them, that's the part that confuses me. That's the part that I'm having a hard time with. See, and he's drowned by a beast. So you'd think I only need 1. You'd think I only need to get 1 of these guys right. Which is, you know. Who is Zungi Sathi? An excellent question. Well, the other thing is, too, you know what else I should be able to figure out? If that's the topman from Persia, and it definitely is. Well, there's 3 other topmen. I was going to say, like, there's a guy there who I know is a topman, but he's not, and I was like, oh, he's not Chinese, but that doesn't help me, because the names might be right, but the deaths might be wrong. Well, but here's the thing, though. Let's say it's that guy. I know that I know he was definitely shot with a gun by Charles Minor, etc. I just don't know which one, because we saw the steward, we saw that guy's picture, we saw that he was shot, and we saw who shot him. So we just need his name. That's the thing. So what if that? Philip Dahl was clawed by a terrible beast. I just don't know if that's the right guy, though. That's Sunji. That would make you Philip Dahl, shot with a gun by Charles Minor. Or that other one, which is Samuel Galligan. There are right now... Whoops. Back cover, right? I think I have 42 fates left, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 42. I'm not going to count them all. I think there's like 42. I think is what I got. Yeah. No, I know. I got one earlier today. It's just that I'm having trouble with. Yeah. This is the part that I'm struggling. Well, I'm not struggling with. I just started. I've got these 3 stewards that I'm trying to figure out who was what. I know that one of the stewards, I don't know which steward, was shot by a gun, and Minor was the guy who shot him based upon other stuff. I know he was shot. I just don't know which one of the stewards he is. And then there's this dude who, I don't know what his situation is either. And in fact, one of these guys, may not even be there anymore. I mean, these are just guesses on my part. But I mean, I know for a fact that that's what happened, but I don't know which steward it happened to. I also know that Omid Ghul fell overboard, for sure. Yeah. And I know that one of these... See, I know one of these stewards was Claude. Yeah, oops. Damn it. So one of them was clawed by a terrible beast. That picture. It also could have been Samuel Galligan was clawed by a terrible beast. Samuel Galligan? Claude. I know, just wear name tags, I know it. I mean, I've got one definite. The problem is the other ones. I've got one for sure. I have no idea what any of these people are. Well, that's because there's so many of the Chinese that I haven't been able to figure out who's who yet. I mean, I know... Okay, where are the... I might ask for that in a little bit. Yeah, okay, yeah, these are all Formosa, right? Yeah. So those are the Formosans. And I don't see any of the... Is that guy Chinese? Oh, interesting. Okay, wait a second now. So that unknown topman was spiked by a terrible beast. How do we know that? Let's confirm that that's the case. So the dead guy... Okay, now wait a minute now. The dead guy was Chinese. That was this one. Okay, this is just showing... Okay. So this guy was also spiked by a terrible beast? Is that the idea? So he was as well spiked by a terrible beast. All right, let's go find that one because that looks useful. Part 1. Let's get out. Let's get out. Let's get out. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, where are we? Oh, there could be a name? Interesting. Well, let's see. That guy was spiked.
What is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
Thank you, Lopez. Welcome to GOG. Oh, right, so it hit this dude. Because it went through both of them. Yeah, so both of them are killed. Okay. So he was definitely spiked because we know this guy was spiked because the game confirmed that. So that means he's definitely spiked. So then the question is, who is he? He's a topman. We know he was spiked. So the question is, and he's not Chinese. So then, what topman was he? Was he Timothy Butenant? No. Was he... He's definitely not Chinese. Was he Nicholas Botterill? Was he Lewis Walker? See, so this is the problem, right? Like, he doesn't, I don't, does he look well, is he Chinese? I guess he could be Chinese, couldn't he? No, no, no. He's not Chinese. At least I don't think he is. Yeah, it's, well, I guess it's not, yeah, it's possible, I suppose. All right, so you know what? Oh my God. Okay, wait a second. What other memories? That one's too much. How about loose cargo? 12 others were present. 12 others were present. That's it, huh? Yeah, I don't actually remember why I thought he was a topman. What's the other one? There's also, oh yeah, Bitter Cold. Oh Jesus, again with the 22. Why did I think he was a topman? Makes me think he was a topman. He could well be a seaman also. Could be a seaman as well. Sure. I'll play the audio in just a second. The hell's going on with these monsters? He talk about a shell, very dangerous. So someone is translating. Someone is translating. He talk about a shell, very dangerous. What is going on? What are these monsters? Where are they from? You must tell us everything. So someone is translating to him. That's the captain. He's definitely not translating. But see, he could be the guy who's asking him. He could be the guy who's asking him, though. So, that is definitely a topman, and it's definitely Chinese, although I don't know which one of the four. And then these guys are all too far away. So, it's either this guy or this guy. It's got to be that one, so that doesn't help us with this. Right, I know. That speaker, but this is another Chinese speaker, and that must be this one over here. This guy who's translating for him is the one speaking to him. And so he goes, blah, 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 and then he says he talk about a shell very dangerous. Yeah, here's the dialogue up at the moment. And then I'll play the audio again. Unholy Captives Part 1. Are you going to run through translate? Alright, here's the audio.
What the hell is going going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？未来全部供出来。
拢是恁害啦！迄个海地较对人无顾好，是谁人滚死的啊？
He talk about a shell. Very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
Okay. Yes. Okay, so that was chapter 5. What about chapter 6? That's on the gun deck. Okay, and all the rest of these, we don't have any others on that main deck. The Shell of Cthulhu, exactly, Butthurt, yeah. Spiked by a terrible beast. I just don't know. All right, let's try this one to see where he was to begin with. Loose Cargo Part 1. Which is on down in the cargo hold. All right, so let's get out of here. Yeah, well, the reason this happened in the first place is the fact that they, like, grabbed this shell. I don't know whether the book means anything. I'm not 100% sure about that, but... And they found this shell and they tried to escape with it. It's like this treasure, but it's forbidden, apparently, and yeah. So... Okay. I know, it really is. Samuel Peters. There he is. Okay. There he is. That guy is definitely not a topman. There's no reason for him to be down there. Exactly. Hey, what's up, Ditch Inferno? So if he's stacking things in the hold, he's got to be a seaman of some kind. We just don't know which one, though. He's an unknown seaman who was spiked by a terrible beast. Okay. Who are you again? You also don't know who the hell you are. Disappeared in the calling. This unknown seaman met an unknown fate. Okay. So... The calling, right? Alright, when was the last time you were seen? Not necessarily, though, Penology, because... no, she's not. She's doing her... I think she's on her own channel doing stuff, as far as I know. At last check. Okay, first memory run. Disappeared in the calling. Let's show the memories in the desk map. I mean the deck map, rather, not the desk map. Where's the calling? Okay. Yep. Chai is away with the new baby, although she should be, if all goes well, she'll be back next week on D&D with GOG. Okay. You disappeared in the calling. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. Okay, part So the calling. What's the last one from the calling? It's murder. Murder. Calling part 3. Okay. Calling part 4. Let's go check that one out. I've done that one before. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let me figure that out and then I'll come back to the Sierra Leone situation. Whoops, 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 whoops. Okay. Right? Okay. Okay, that's the burning guy. It's the second mate. That's Mrs. Lim, I think. Alright, so that means the only thing I can do... Alright, let's deal with her. Okay. Oh, okay. Speared by a beast. Yeah, see that guy. That's the mate who did not die there. Patrick O'Hagan, right. That's Mrs. Lim. Okay. Yeah, one of the stewards. The steward right here. That's the steward. I just don't know which one it is. This is the same problem. I know that he's there. Although I wish I could see if he was clawed or speared, but... Looks like he might have been speared, actually. No, see, I made that wrong. He's not clawed. That's not true. He was speared. He was definitely speared by a terrible beast, but I still don't know which steward this is. Okay, also I'm getting confused about the guy that I was supposed to be looking for. Who was the guy that I was looking for when I came here in the first place? Yeah, I could check his death scene. This is what sometimes happens. I feel like I'm like, squirrel? Squirrel? Yeah, I'll double check. The problem is still that I still don't know which steward he is.
You're still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Oh, this guy looks like he was actually pulled overboard, actually. Hold on just a minute. This guy, I think, was drowned by a beast, although I don't know which one he is. Because look, he's being pulled in by a beast. Alright, so I'll have to remember that. Okay. Calling part 3. Alright, speared by a terrible beast. Okay, now, Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake. That's the dead guy who just died here. That's this guy. So if he died there, he says, Hagen, shoot them for God's sake. I don't understand what I'm looking at. Shoot them for God's sake indicates that this guy is not going to be Zungi Sathi. He has to be someone who's got a native shoot them for God's sake. So it's got to be, I would say, either Samuel Galligan or Philip Dahl, I suppose. Except not from Sweden. Shoot them for God's sake. That sounds like Galligan to me. I think that this guy has got to be Irish. I think that guy's likely to be Irish because of the way he talks. But this thing I don't understand. I can't tell what I'm looking at here. Because it looks like he's being attacked here by this guy. Yeah. Why? What is this guy doing to him? Because it looks like she, like... What did she do to him? I actually don't know that he was speared. Except in the next thing, it shows that he was speared. Okay. Yeah, well, there's something in his body. I'll show you where. The Calling Part 3. Okay, so this is Part 3. Let's just remember that. Calling Part 3. Calling Part 3, Calling Part 3, Calling Part 3. Is the Calling Part 1. Is the Calling Part 1.
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Stay quiet. If the wind picks up, we've no chance.
Okay, we definitely know that dude was speared by a beast. Calling Part 1. Wait a minute. They say strange things. They say strange things about monsters. Okay, so he was definitely Chinese because he can understand what it is that they're saying. Calling Part 3. Thank you, Marinda. Okay, so this guy's definitely Chinese because he could translate, so that's good. Just to confirm. And then this guy here. Okay, so that's Calling Part 1. Now what about Calling Part 2? Calling Part 2. Okay, Calling Part 2. Never mind 5, I know about 5. We're looking for Calling Part 2. 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 Hey, welcome in, Raiders. Hello, Panosmuk. Welcome, welcome in, everyone. Oh, shoot. What is this? What number was this? That was Calling 2? This is calling part 4. Oh my god, I need 2. Calling part 2. This is calling part 4. Is that part 1? Part 1, god damn it. Okay, that's calling part 1.
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded up, Miss Ed.
Damn it.
Stay quiet and alert. If the wind
Nah, you can't. It's definitely find that frustrating. Is that I can't go directly from one scene to the next, and that's kind of a pain, honestly. All right. So I don't want to do Miss Lim anymore. Welcome in, Pano. Thank you again for the raid. Oh, you know what? If he was knifed, then what might be the case is that he might have been knifed by this guy right there. He might have been knifed by him. Because he's bending over him in a weird way. So Itbeng Xia knifed Philip what's-his-face. If you guys are right that that's a knife. Okay, I should probably check that out. I guess that's true. Okay. You were knifed by Itbeng Xia. But who are you still? Are you... No, you had... No, because we confirmed that he's got to be English because of the way he speaks. And he's definitely a steward. So this has to be right. Because he can't, I mean, because Philip Dahl, because he speaks, you know, please shoot for God's sake. Like, that doesn't, it definitely does not sound Swedish. And he doesn't sound Indian either. No, there's no, but we don't have a Scottish steward. He's definitely a steward. He's not Indian. He's not Swedish. He's got to be Irish. Because the other stewards are already accounted for. So he's got to be Irish. A purser, yeah, but the thing is that he's not dressed like a purser, though. He's dressed exactly like the other stewards are. You see this? These are all stewards. Steward. This guy over here is a steward. They're all dressed like stewards. This guy's dressed exactly the same. Look. Steward, steward. So, he's got to be a steward. I don't know who the purser is yet, actually. I have not been able to think about that yet. He's also with a second mate? Where? Where is he with a second mate? What do you mean? Oh. Yeah. So he could be Nichols' steward? Oh, which would make sense. That would make sense. I didn't even notice that. You're right, Goody Phil. That's true. So that I'm pretty confident that's right. So if that's right, if we know that that's right, if we know that if we know that this is right, and we know that this is right, then that means we're back to this other thing. That's a good call. But if that's right, then this is wrong again. I don't get it. It's definitely James Wallace. He's on the same boat. The other two drowned because of a beast. He didn't? That's the thing I don't understand. He's definitely James Wallace for sure. He's definitely on that same boat with the other two. And the other two that are on the boat with him both drown because the Kraken picks up the boat. And the game confirmed it because these other ones here... Nathan Peters, it was in that boat, drowned by a beast. And Alexander Booth was in that boat, drowned by a beast. So I don't get it. So something's got to be wrong somewhere. Drowned by a beast. Knifed by this guy. And fell overboard. Yeah. One of them is very wrong. I know, because I can't find any pictures with Zungi Sathi. I know that, I know. But I can't find anyone that's caught him. Samuel Galligan, we just confirmed, is this guy down here, right? This guy's already taken care of, this guy's taken care of, this guy's taken care of. So that leaves this one. Now I know that the person of this picture, that picture guy, I know that that guy was shot by a gun through the wall by Miner. I confirmed that through another scene. So he could be Zungi Sathi. That's possible. Got him. Nice, we got something. Thank you, Rustamon. We got him. Okay, so that's definitely him. We were right about Galligan. And we were right about this guy. Okay, cool. We clapped hands at the same time. Okay, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I just had the wrong steward's name. Once I figured out Galligan, that helped with everything else. Okay, that's pretty cool. So that means that we're down to just a couple. So now the stewards are all accounted for but one. I don't know what happened to this guy because I actually haven't been able to find him yet. I don't know where this dude is. So that's got to mean that the drowned by a beast thing, I guess, is wrong. But I don't know why. This is a great game. Yeah, it really is, Didge. It really is. Okay, so... Oh, God, all these topmen and seamen and... Oh, man. Okay, still can't figure out the mate because... Not on the name. You have to click on the thing. See, this guy disappeared in the Doom, and he was on the boat with these two guys. So the only thing I can think of is that he's alive. You know? Like, it's the only thing I can think of is that he's alive already. That he's somehow alive somewhere, which is lame on the part of the game. But, yeah, if I have to, but not yet, though, Coven. Yeah, but the thing is, okay, here's why I think he's got to be him, though. Here's why I think he has to be him. There's the surgeon. There's only one other person who wears a tie like him on the entire boat. He's standing right behind him, just like all of the stewards who have a particular mate tend to stand by the guy who they belong to, right? So he's got that. Also, there is no one else who comes across as a Wallace who's wearing something like that. This guy is not a surgeon's mate, right? This guy is a mate himself, like a mate of the ship, not a mate of the surgeon. And these guys are all seamen who are shooting things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, like, where's the third tie? But these are midshipmen. This is a different one. These guys are already confirmed. They aren't wearing a tie. It's a different looking thing. That guy is wearing something different than this. It looks similar, but it's not. Yeah, but he's already taking, and this guy's taken care of. He's a bosun. So we have a topman. We have a topman. Now, interestingly, this topman who's electrocuted has got to be Chinese. We just don't know which Chinese. But he was definitely executed for sure. I mean, electrocuted for sure. That James Wallace is in? Yeah, but I went... I mean, I'll do that, but I went through him. I don't... Okay, so here. That's a lot of prayer, LaJosh. That's a lot of prayer. Okay, so the Doom Part 1. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, so the Doom Part 1. Okay, so right here. Have faith. Okay, 3 guys on this boat. Now, this boat would eventually be capsized. This guy, and this guy. These are the 3.
Before I forget, you killed my brother. What? That was an accident. No probes. It wasn't his fault. That's all I can think.
I mean, unless... Now, wait a minute, though.
Why it's so long?
What is he holding? Is that a book, or is it... Could he be the purser? I guess it's possible he's the purser, now that I think of it. I guess he could be the purser. I wonder if that's the purser. Maybe that's the purser. I don't know, though. I mean, I guess he could be the purser, in which case I don't know what the hell happened to the surgeon's mate. Actually, you know what? You know what, actually? The way we can figure out about whether he's the surgeon's mate is by looking at the surgeon. So, let's go find the surgeon again. God, a lot of memories. Let's try to do it with ones where he's not, there's not many of him in there. 15 others were present. That sucks. Yeah, there's one scene at least of him, but he's not, he's about to help him though. He's not actually, he doesn't actually, perform surgery. He's about to help him. I think it might be part 2. Bitter cold. Thank you, franchise. Welcome to GOG. This one. Unholy Captive, Part 4. Oh, Philip Dahl. That's the Captain Stewart. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, let me go. Still lead. Yeah, maybe not always. It's true. Okay, down on the cargo hold. Let's go down on the cargo hold. Okay. Let's go to that side. Yeah, I may try that next, Coven. Yeah, exactly, Miranda.
Keep pressure here.
What madness is this?
That's the surgeon.
20 years my steward had never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself. Those are ghastly beasts carrying a curse. Lord back, your doom was all.
Wait, so if that's...
Put him in the lazaret with those things.
If that's the captain, then that would make him... That's Philip... He's the steward? Philip Dahl, the captain's steward. Okay. So, okay, that's interesting. That's Philip Dahl, the steward. And that means, who is this guy? And we know that that's Zungi Sathi. We got that one right. So he's already dead, which means that that's Philip Dahl. And which means that he was put in the lazarets. Yeah, 20 years my steward, he said. That's the captain talking. So that's him being dragged away. And he said, put him in the brig. So that's this guy. He's the captain's steward. So that's got to be Philip Dahl. Now, we don't know what happened to him yet. We'll worry about that in a minute. Now, meanwhile, back here... I mean, I guess that could be the captain's mate. That seems weird to me. I mean, the surgeon's mate. See the dead guy, please? John Naples, right. So this guy's probably the surgeon's mate? Could be. And he perished in Soldiers of the Sea. Okay, let's see if we can track him down first. Perished in Soldiers of the Sea, and then we have to deal with Philip Dahl. Soldiers of the Sea. Okay. So, on the Orlop deck. All right, let's get out of here. And then we got to come back to Philip Dahl next. But let's take care of this first. Yeah, I actually don't know the origin of Steward, to be honest. Orlop deck, that's... Yeah. Whoops. Okay. Okay, who is that? This is the surgeon's mate, right?
We're no use.
Don't know who that dude is. God, this sounds... Alright, so... What do we think... What do we think happened to this guy? Is he spiked? Is he speared? Is it... What is this? He's like something by a beast, right? Is he clawed? Decapitated? Beheaded? Oh my god, he must have been decapitated. But look at that. No, look at how the things around him, though. He's got to be decapitated, right? Is he decapitated? Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, part 5. Also on the Orlop deck. All right, you're right. Part 5. All right, I'm going to put in decapitated for now. We can check it, though. Terrible beast. Okay. Okay, so he's definitely decapitated by a terrible beast. Who the hell are you? You were also decapitated by a terrible beast. I don't know who you are, though. Okay. The butcher. Okay. So... decapitated by a beast. Drowned by a beast. Alright, so if we're right about those two, then that means that we just need to know what happened to Philip Dahl. Okay, so he was taken away, that guy. Yeah, but I want to get confused. I'll come back to that if I need to. Unholy Captives Part 2. The Calling Part 6. That's interesting. So he survived that. Okay, Unholy Calling Captives Part 2. Clubbed by a terrible beast. Is this the last time that he's shown? Was that? When's the last time that Philip Dahl shows up? The last time that you showed up. Okay, there's 3 memories, it says. Unholy Captives Part 2. The Calling Part 6, which is the scene that keeps on giving. And Unholy Captives Part 4, right. So Unholy Captives Part 4 is where he was taken away, right? So that means Part 2 is there. Part 4. So he disappears after Part 4. He was taken to the lazarette. So the question is, what happened? So Philip was taken away for killing someone, and he was stored in the lazarette. Then what happened to him is the question. Can we take a look at Unholy Captive Part 5? Is there even a Part 5? 2, 3, 4. There's not. So the last part is this one where he's taken away. Next chapter is Soldiers of the Sea. Philip Dahl. All right, you know what? And it says, thank you, Tuanello. Welcome to GOG.com. Put him in the lazarette with those things. Yeah, exactly. Right here. I'm looking at it. Put him in the lazarette with those things. So does that mean he was killed by a beast? Also, what is Eridarar? Can someone tell me what that is? Can I assume that's Swedish? Please tell me that's Swedish. Does anyone know from my wonderful GOG community here? Come on, GOGers. Google thinks it's Swedish? Good. All right, so that's definitely Philip Dahl. So he ended up in the lazarette. What happened to him after he ended up in the lazarette, though? To find out, I will have a sesame thing. All right. Possible. Why am I not allowed to enter his... That's Philip Dahl. Why am I not allowed to enter his death? You love my gray beard? Well, at the moment I've been letting it grow out because I'm on break. But when I go back to school a week from this Thursday, I will trim this back to its blonde thing. I haven't found his death yet. Yeah, but the thing is, I was told, though... Well, thank you. I was told, though, that there was nothing else to see. I was told that I have all the memories now. I was told that I have all the memories. Oh, but I can't access the bargain, though. I can't access the bargain till I go back. That chapter's locked. Okay. All right. Well, so then I can't do anything else with him. That sucks. Okay, back to this idea. So we've got Decapitated Beast, Drowned Beast. I can't figure anything else out about him, too. So that means I got to go back to these guys. So now maybe, though, I might be able to figure out which one of these guys was electrocuted. Got it. Got it. Wow, that was lucky. I got that one right. I knew it was someone who's Chinese. Yes. James Wallace. That was the surgeon's mate. And that was the purser. I kept thinking it was sort of luck. I knew he was Chinese. I kept thinking that dude was the surgeon's mate. Wow, that drawing really screwed me up. That drawing really screwed me up. I kept thinking for sure. I'm like, man. Okay. So here we go. So now that we've got those guys clear. All right, now I have very little information. I still can't figure that out. That's probably the bargain. That's the bargain, I assume. So we've got these guys. So now, I mean, I guess the other Chinese guys. No, it's not that guy. Are you Chinese? Okay. The Calling Part 1. The Calling Part 1. Okay. I need to get to the Calling Part 1. What the hell are you? Oh, I know all about you. Yes, right, okay. Who are you? Good, now I know who everybody is. Alright, Calling Part 1. What's up, Middle Mayhem? Whoops. The hell's the exit? Here. I'm just gonna do this because I want to get out of here. Okay, Calling Part 1. Right, exit. Excuse me, pardon me. Gotta get past your memory. Sorry to get past your memory.
Hey. Come on, boss. No, get there. Hey, cat.
There we go. Thank you, Josh. Calling Part 1. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, Calling Part 1. Alright, that's on the main deck. Main deck, main deck, main deck. Yeah, and this was all programmed by Lucas Pope as well. He did all the music too. Another one of these like one-man games, one-man deals. No, not, no. Okay, where was I? Right. This is what I was looking for. No, not that. No game. The UI in this is pretty good, but not always perfect. Excellent. Calling Part 4. Good. Is the Calling Part 4, I think? Alright, sounds good. Yep, he did the music also. Okay. So now we're looking for the Calling Part 1. Where are you, Miss Lim? Okay, Calling Part 1. 1807. Oh, that's also Part 4? Okay, Part 1. Give me Part 1. Part 1. Not Part 2.
Keep rowing.
Where is it? There! Something there!
I see it.
Part 1. There we go. Okay. Now, who the hell was I looking for in Part 1?
3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
Right, that's right. This guy was definitely Chinese. And he was speared by a beast. We just don't know which Chinese guy. There is you. Okay. So that's him. Okay. So we know that he's Chinese, and the reason we know that is because he is translating what the other guy said. They say strange things, And then he says, they say strange things about monsters, a Chinese guy. And then he's speared by this. So we know that he's Chinese, and he's one of the top men. And yes, exactly, and he has Chinese features, so... Okay. Right, so... But I don't know which guy that is, though. And the problem is that now it's just a guess, because... I know he's one of these dudes, but I don't know which one. Li Hong. Now, see, this is the other thing, too, is that I also don't know who the rest of the... Okay, it could be that guy. There's also this guy. He's got to be Chinese. We just don't know because there's no only the top men. Chinese are only the top men. So he's also got to be Chinese. We just don't know which one. And then the last one, I want to at least just get the names locked in. May not have been on the deck. Although that guy actually does look... That guy looks Asian. Okay. Wei Li was decapitated by a terrible beast. Was he? Oh, yes. That's the one where we were talking about that. Okay. So, yes. So, there we go. No, there's none. That would have been really... That would have been a problem because, like, oh my god, how many of them. But no, there's not. So this is the thing. But what happened to this dude? He disappeared in the Doom. Okay. So he met an unknown fate. Interesting. And he's the only one that's not figured out. Okay. Well, torn apart, drowned, drowned, drowned. It's a safe bet that he probably got taken out by a terrible beast, but we don't know what exactly happened. Okay. So we've got to figure out what happened to that dude. So, what's the last memory of this guy in the Doom? What's your last memory? The Doom Part 7 is your last memory. The Doom Part 8. That's your last memory. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. No, not on the boat. Doom Part 8. So, that's with the... That's when he disappeared. Right. I mean, it would be an interesting way, I think, to kind of... Whoops. It would be an interesting way, possibly, to create a like a difficulty level change. But... Okay. Now, he supposedly is here somewhere. And this guy has to be, by the way, the only one, this unknown topman. He's clearly not Chinese. So he has got to be, well, but he could be British, though. Okay, so we don't know whether he's Scottish or English, so we can't make that decision yet. All right. Anyway, so never mind that. Let's see. We already know what happened to that guy. This guy right here, Li Hong, is right here. Okay, so we're looking for Li Hong here. And it says he disappeared. So let's find out where he disappeared to. Alright, so where is he? Yeah, exactly. Where is he in the scene? Okay, right. Almost, yeah. Right, that's the helmsman. Ooh, you. Who are you? That's this guy. Okay. So there he is. What do you guys think? That looks to me like he's being... Is he drowned? Is he taken off by a terrible beast? That's him, right there in the riggings. But what is happening to him is the question. I mean, we can't say he was crushed for sure, right? Because, yeah. We can't say he was crushed because the tentacle isn't wrapped around him, but he's definitely falling off the rigging. Because you could also say you know what else, too? He also could have fallen overboard. Here's vertebrae cracking. Well done. Well done, Rudno. Okay, I have to assume then that that's fine. So he fell from the rigging to his death, but we don't know which guy this is. There is not a pulled overboard though. There's a like you could say he's crushed by a beast, but the thing is we don't know that. So thank you for the follow, Dark Lord. So I think fell is the reasonable one. The question is overboard. I'm going to say from the rigging. Actually, you know what? No, fell overboard is safe. We know that he fell overboard. Well, no, we don't know that. We know that he fell from the rigging. Fell from the rigging to his death. Now, the problem is we don't know if that's Li Hong, though. He could be one of the other Chinese guys. He could also be Xi Zhang, or he could be Li Hong. All right. So we have so the question is who is who? Decapitated and speared. So we know this. Okay, so let's say that speared by a beast was Li Hong. Let's say that that was this guy. Which would mean that Li Hong Li Hong was speared by a terrible beast. Oh, no. No. What if it was this guy? No, we know that he fell from the rigging to his death. We just don't know who he is. All right. Good night, Lajaj. Thanks. Yeah, maybe you're right. He fell overboard. He fell overboard. I think that's safer. All right. Now, the problem is, oh, man, there's so many, like, possibilities then. Like, I don't know. So, Li Hong could have fallen overboard. Wei Li, what's up, Stalio? The world's worst Sudoku. Li Hong decapitated by a beast. All right, so because if we can get this combination of three, then that's going to be 3 nailed right there. So. Okay, so Xi Zhang, Li Hong, and Wei Li. Okay. So we know that it's not fell overboard. We know that this is wrong because otherwise it would have said, okay, good job. So it's not that. So now the question is, if it's not that, then let's say Xi Zhang is speared by a beast. Okay, so we know that fell overboard, speared by a beast, Li Hong, and Wei Li decapitated by a beast is wrong. So that can't be it. So now, what if Xi Zhang were speared by a beast and Li Hong fell overboard? So if Li Hong was I mean, if Xi Zhang rather was speared by a beast. Speared by a beast. And Xi Zhang... I mean, no. Xi Zhang is speared by a beast, and then Li Hong fell overboard. No. Okay, so... Okay. So we know that Xi Zhang fell overboard, Li Hong speared beast, and Wei Li decapitated by a beast is not right. We know now that Xi Zhang could not have been speared by a beast with Li Hong falling overboard, with Wei Li being decapitated by a beast. I don't know if I can do this many combinations actually in my head. I mean, I'm taking notes, but I don't know. It's maybe too many notes to keep. Wish there was a way to find out more about these guys. You mean another person instead of the Chinese? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Well, these guys are the rest of the top men, but the thing I don't know about yet is who this guy is. I know he was clubbed by Captain Robert Witterell, but I don't know which topman he was. Unknown topman was clubbed by Captain Robert Witterell. Right, that doesn't help me. Let's see. The End Part 2. He's in so many memories. Okay. That was Brennan. Henry Brennan. I guess he could be a British guy because Brennan was British too, but that's a bit of a stretch. Shoot. All right, 14 memories. Wish there was a way to be able to tell ones that have the fewest people involved. Let's get out of this. Okay. Okay.
Unless we break it down and take more than those shells.
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Okay. That's our guy. He's got a knife. He, I think, ended up jumping over this side and jumping down, and then he got attacked by... He jumped on the other side, but the captain still killed him. So, that was part 1. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. So... So this guy... The first memory. 22 others, great. So many others of these guys, but maybe I can get some clues there. Warlop deck, right? Okay. Right.
Sayed? Sayed
Side. Whoever these guys are. I know who you are. How do I know who you are? Alright, 39, 40, 41. Any of those... No, those are all the Chinese guys. So that means that we're looking at 37, 42, or 44. $37. Your foot! Your foot! Oh, okay, now wait a minute now. 37. 37. That's Timothy Buteman. Now look at that tattoo. On his right arm. Okay, so now we go back. We look where he was killed. And we see about if we can find that tattoo. Okay. Let's find the right arm of the dead guy. Damn it. Okay, right. This guy. Perished in the end, part 3. Alright. Captain's quarters. So now we go into the captain's quarters. And now we check out his arm. And if he does not have a tattoo, then we know that it's not Timothy Buteman. Which cuts down on our options. I really hope he does have one, though, because it'll make it a lot easier. Hello, Gregory Atlas. I do not see a tattoo there. Yeah, he had a knife and he tried to stab him, but that definitely does not have a tattoo. No, it's not the wrong scene. I'm trying to confirm that this guy... I'm trying to confirm that he does not have a tattoo. And if he does not have a tattoo, then he can't be Timothy Butement. Because I just confirmed that the guy who's in bunk 37 is Timothy Butement, and he has a tattoo. 37 right there. That guy. That guy definitely has a tattoo. And he's in the bunk with a tattoo. So that means that since that's the case... that means he's got to be, that this guy has got to be either Nicholas Botterill or Lewis Walker. Now, the problem is I don't know which is which. Nicholas Botterill or Lewis Walker. Which means, actually, that since I know that that's not Timothy Butement. He perished in Murder Part 3. That's this guy. This guy is the one with the tattoo. That's Timothy Butement. This has to be Timothy Butement because he's got the tattoo. Look. All right, we're going to go check this out. Murder Part 3. Murder Part 3 on the main deck. Yeah, good to see you, Gregory Atlas. Okay. Alright. On the gun deck. Okay, let's get down to the gun deck. Let's get down to the gun deck. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Okay.
On your toes.
Go back there!
Here, here.
Pepe!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us.
Gotcha. Gotcha. That's Timothy Butement. Nope, not you. You. You are Timothy Butement. Hello, Timothy Butement. Now, who shot you is the question. By Edward Nichols. Edward Nichols. Okay, you said we wanted one. I just got one. This is the second mate. Second mate who just shot this dude. Shot with a gun by the second mate. There we go. Okay, so we got that one right. That's 100% accurate. We know that's right. So, now that we know that's right, now that we've got that locked into place, boy, am I glad we found that tattoo. Now that we've got that locked into place, now the question simply is, we know this is right. So now, this guy is fell overboard. So now I just need to find two others. I know that some combination of this is correct. So let me try fell overboard and speared by a beast. And this guy speared by a beast. Okay, that's not it. How about decapitated by a beast and fell overboard? Decapitated by a beast and you fell overboard. No. How about speared by a terrible beast and decapitated by a terrible beast and fell overboard? And fell overboard? Damn it. Well, I mean, we know this is right, so... we can't answer either of these. So we know... we can actually just focus our attention down here in these. So we know that's right. So... yeah. I was really hoping to finish today, but I think I may need one more session. It sure is. Oh, man. I am moving names around, though. That's what I'm doing, essentially, right, Goody? Like, when I take this and I move it and I put... when I say Li Hong speared the beast and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm wrong. I think. Li Hong? Zhejiang. No, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter, right? Because he was speared by a terrible beast. Right? The other thing is that these guys... we also know that there's two guys... Nicholas Botterill was spiked by a terrible beast. Do we know what happened to you? I got it. I got them. Yes. I got those guys. Lewis Walker, Topman, clubbed by Captain Robert Witterell. Timothy Buteman, shot with a gun. That tattoo, man. That tattoo. And Nicholas Botterill. Okay, cool. Okay. Getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there. All right, so... the problem is though, that took care of the... yeah, I still haven't identified the Chinese guys. God damn it. Oh, my God. All right, well, let's see if we can figure out the Russian dudes. This guy was Russian. It's just you have to be Russian. Yeah, this is... I can't. Yeah. This is what I think happened to Hamadou Dion. I think this is what probably happened to Hamadou Dion, but I'm not sure about this one. And I don't know that that's I'm not sure about that. No, God damn it. Oh my God, sometimes the UI is very frustrating. Okay, go back to this. There we go. I know you're the third mate. I just don't know what happened to you yet. Okay. So, this guy, I don't know if this guy... I know that this guy was crushed by a cannon, but I don't know who he is. So, and I know he was a seaman. Okay. This guy is an unknown seaman. Okay. So, and this guy, all right. Unknown seaman. And where was this guy? What bunk was he in? And if he's going to be that, then he has to be either 46 or 47. So we know that he is either 46 or 47, but we don't know which one. He's definitely not the guy from Sierra Leone. He could also be George Shirley. See, this isn't 100% perfect. he could also be George Shirley from England. He could also be George Shirley from England, and that would leave these other two guys to be the Russians. We still don't fully know. So now what we know is these two guys, we can't figure out Martin Parrott. We don't have any details about them, and I'm assuming that's the bargain. And we also don't know anything about Philip Dahl, and I'm assuming also that's the bargain. I'm pretty confident that's the case. So that means that we've got these guys who are some combination of these things. We don't know which yet, and I'm still not 100% sure about how that all ties together. We got the two Russian dudes, the Sierra Leone dude, and George Shirley. That's it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've only got 7 guys that we can solve here. That's the only ones that we can solve at the moment. So, and I know that this guy was right. He's got to be from Sierra Leone. He was spiked. Holy Captives Part 1. Yeah, he was spiked. He was the one holding him back. That's definitely him. So I'm positive this is correct. I'm positive of this. I don't know about this, though. Let me go take a look at this guy's death. Perished in the Doom, Part 4. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. Gun deck. The identified Russian. Well, I only know that I only know what the Russian, the identified Russian. The identified Russian is this guy, Leonid Volkov. He was a topman, but he was definitely Russian. This guy, I don't know who this dude is, but I'm assuming he's Russian. It's a pretty good guess that he's Russian. Okay. What was I doing? I was looking at... Shoot, where was I going? Oh, I was looking for the crushed by the cannon, right? Let me do the crushed by the cannon thing. Okay. Doom Part 4. Doom Part 4. On the gun deck, alright. Oh. Yeah. It's sort of satisfying, I guess, is probably the way to put it. Okay. So, a lot of things happen here. This dude was shot by the cannon. Okay, crushed by a loose cannon. No, I know. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so he was crushed by a loose cannon. Right. Oh, damn it. There was another guy who was crushed by a cannon. Shoot. I was bamboozled. Alright. That guy. Alright, so he's trying to pull... Right. He would eventually get blown away by that beast. We took care of that. So this is him trying to pull him off. But he's not dead yet. He's right behind him, though, so he's got to be over there. Alright, so I got to exit and come back to this one. Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's other, you know, like monochrome colors that I've shown before that have this, but that you can use, I mean, in the game rather, but all right. So where is the thing, though? Where are you? No, I know that guy was already crushed. You're supposed to be right behind him. No, where are you? He's definitely a loose cannon. So wait, though. That's him. Is there another guy? I don't understand what happened here. The last thing that he was over was... Unless he got... Did he get ripped out by the Kraken or something? Because that guy is not the same guy. That's another person who was crushed. Right, and that guy didn't get killed. I think so, yeah, but I can't... Does it definitely say that this guy was perished in the Doom Part 4? He was crushed by a loose cannon. He was blasted. I know what happened to him. He was crushed by a loose cannon. Where? Where was he crushed by a loose cannon? There's 4 other people it says present. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 others. But he's already dead. I guess because they killed the same time? See, the thing I don't understand is that in the part right before this, he was also... He was right behind him. I wonder if maybe he was shot... Maybe he was also shot by the cannon? He wasn't crushed by a loose cannon, he was also shot by a loose cannon? Maybe? Really, shot by the cannon. Maybe 2 died the same way. So that maybe you were not crushed. Maybe you were shot by a cannon, which was by a terrible beast, which is the same thing that killed the other dude. I'm actually fairly confident that's got to be right. So if that's true... Okay, if that takes care of George Shirley... Yeah. And he was spiked. That means I just need to get one of these other people right. If I'm right about this, and I'm right about this, then I only need one other person. Basically. Alright, so what if he was speared by a beast? So, the options are speared by a beast, fell overboard, and decapitated by a beast. I have very audibly pleasing. I actually have 2 settings too. It's like, but then if I click this, it's like, so sometimes if I'm trying to go faster, I'll do that. Okay. So, okay, speared by a beast, fell overboard, or decapitated by a beast. All right. So, were you speared by a beast? Okay, no. Did you fall overboard? Did you fall overboard? No. Did you fall from the rigging? No. Were you decapitated by a beast? No. Urgh. Speared. Terrible beast. Fell overboard. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to this guy. Okay. The Calling. Unknown seaman was drowned by a terrible beast. Oh, we still don't know who you are? Got him! Okay, drowned by a terrible beast. Yep, we got that right. Yeah, we got that right too. Okay, cool. Lovely, 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 lovely. All right. So, it still leaves us with the Chinese. We still don't know what the hell's going on with them. All right, so that takes care of these. So that leaves us just... So these guys I still think I can't figure out. So that just leaves us literally with just these, like, these guys. This dude and then these three. And that's it. Everyone else is figured out. What happened to you? You disappeared in the Calling. All right, let me go find out. Let me go find out what happened to you. Okay, in the Calling, it's another one of those. No, why did you do that? Oh, for the love of God. All right. Damn it. All right. Show memories and document. Yes. Calling part 1, calling part 2. Okay. We have to find the calling part 4. Calling part 1 and the calling part 2. It's the calling again. Calling part 1, calling part 2. Okay. No, Indigo Wolfie's actually, she's not on today. Indigo Wolfie, I think, is tomorrow, so I'm closing up shop, so I could run a little over if I had to, but I am streaming again this evening on my own channel, so I kind of would rather not go way over, but we'll see. We'll see how fast I can do this. That's really cool. Alright. Alright, so... Main deck. Alright, let's hit up the main deck here. The same crew again. Okay, now what am I looking for? Calling part 1 or 2, right? Speedrun strats. Alright, calling part 1 or part 2? Calling part 1 or part 2. That's part 4. Okay. Here's calling part 2.
Keep rowing!
Where is it? There! Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
There's our guy. No, not that. That's not our guy. Okay. So this dude was... Now, here's the thing. What do we say about this guy? He was clawed. Was he clawed or was he, like, drowned? Like, what happened to him? Because you could see that, like, she's clawing him. I mean... Pulled overboard and drowned. Is that... Does anybody know who's played this before? Drowned by a terrible beast. Fair enough. Yeah, I agree with that. I have to assume the game's going to be fair about that, because... Okay. So if that's right... If that's correct... Drowned by a beast... Then that means that we just need to figure these guys out. Again, we're back to the Chinese. God damn it. You fell overboard to his death. You fell from the rigging to his death. Fell overboard to his death. Okay. You were decapitated by a terrible beast. And you were decapitated by a terrible beast. You were speared by a terrible beast. Yeah. Okay. You were speared by a terrible beast. You fell overboard to your death. No. Okay. You fell overboard to your death. And you were decapitated by a terrible beast. Damn it. I don't, man, I don't know how to figure out the three Chinese guys. This is all that's left to do is those and those, and then that's it, and then the bargain probably handles the rest. If he's drowned by a beast, then what is the deal? Maybe I don't know for sure when he died. Perished in the Calling, Part 1. Yeah, okay. So he was speared by a terrible beast, but just what's his name? No, they don't. I wish they did. He disappeared in the Doom. He perished in Soldiers of the Sea. Right, and this is the guy who was decapitated by a terrible beast. Or speared by one. Oh my god, this feels right to me. But I don't know which name is which. Is anyone able to give me a hint on this? Because I'm so close. I really would like to finish tonight. Can anyone give me a hint here on something? Like, I've got the 3 Chinese guys and the 1 Russian dude. I think I got the Russian dude down, but the 3 Chinese guys, this thing is... The 3 Chinese. I got these 3 Chinese guys, because these guys up here, the Swedish guy and the British guy, the English guy, both of these I don't think I can get until I get to the bargain. So, a Rudinell, what hint would I like? I just would like to know something about the Chinese guys. I just would like to know, like, the three... I'd like to know about the Chinese guys. Like, I don't... That's okay. I just like to know about the Chinese guys. I'd like to know who... Like, am I on the right track? Or, like... Because I'm assuming that Nikishin is right. So, like, it just... Those 4 dudes... Need another sesame bar boost. It's just, yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure this guy is drowned by a beast. So it's figuring out these 3. And the thing is, even with him, that's only 1 right. So I need to get 2 out of these 3 right, basically. And I need to know whose name is whom. So, like... What is this? Put them all in the same death. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay, so fell overboard, decapitated by a beast. Damn it. Fell overboard, decapitated by a beast. Alright, so speared by beast. Beast. Okay, and then this guy, speared by a terrible beast. Okay. So, now. Fell overboard. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, so if I got this right, then all I need to do... Speared beast, speared beast. Okay. So then let's put that back. Speared beast. And we'll make you fell overboard. Fell overboard to his death. Oh, it's drowned by a beast? Okay, that's obnoxious, but alright. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, thank you. That's good. So, speared by beast, decapitated by beast. Okay. Speared by terrible beast. Speared by beast, speared by beast. Thank you, Mushroom Head. Drowned by a terrible beast. Oh my god. Speared by beast, drowned by beast. That's not right. Okay. Drowned by a beast. Speared by a beast. Okay. So not speared by a terrible beast. Drowned by a terrible beast. Oh, one is decapitated? Oh, damn it. Alright. Okay, so speared, drowned, and decapitated. Someone is in the wrong... Okay. That dude is decapitated. Well, I guess it does actually... I know that they're decapitated. I just don't know who's who. Okay, speared, drowned... No, don't tell me. Okay. Drowned by a beast. Speared by a beast. Drowned, speared, and decapitated. Okay. How about drowned, decapitated, and speared? Haven't I tried all these now? Have I tried all these options now? What am I don't get it. Well, I've thought I've tried all these options. Drowned, decapitated, speared, decapitated, drowned, speared. Decapitated. Decapitated, drowned, and speared. Speared, drowned, decapitated. Speared, drowned, decapitated. Speared, decapitated, drowned? Okay, are you guys sure that this is right? I feel like I've tried all of these options a million times now. Are you sure? So how about drowned, decapitated, speared? Drowned, decapitated, speared. Right. So it's not that. Okay. So drowned, speared, decapitated. Okay. Drowned, speared, decapitated. It's not that. Drowned, decapitated, speared, which I just tried. It's not that. Speared, drowned, decapitated. Thank you, Miranda. That's helpful. Speared, drowned, and decapitated. It's not that. All right, so speared, decapitated, drowned. Speared, decapitated, drowned. It's not that either. Decapitated, speared, drowned. No. Decapitated, speared. Decapitated, spear, drowned is not right. Wait, you just said 5 and 6, you just did the same thing, Miranda. 5 and 6, you made 5 and 6 the same. So what is that last one? Decapitated, drowned, speared. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it matters, though. The hell? I just did all of the choices. It's clawed, not decapitated? I think it probably doesn't matter, but... All right, to save time, somebody just give me just give me the first one. The Zhejiang guy, please. Just give me that one. Do I have the faces matched to the right pictures? I have no idea. The first is Claude? Okay. So this guy is Claude. Okay. So now the question is, do I have his picture right? Oh my God. How would you... Wait. The first one is Claude, you said, right? Oh, God almighty. What? Okay. This guy, right here. No, he disappeared in the Doom. Okay, I don't want to go through this again. Please just tell me what Zhejiang is. He's just clawed by a beast? Clawed by a beast. Can someone tell me what his picture is? Is it this guy? Is this Zhejiang? Okay, thank you. Is this Zhejiang? Is that Zhejiang? No, that's not Zhejiang. Okay. That is... That's Zhejiang. Okay. So this now is Zhejiang, right? Okay. All right. Except that he's not speared by a beast. He's clawed by a beast. Okay. Okay, thank you. Because that's just busy work. Interestingly, they just said 2 more fates. That's interesting. Which suggests that they only said 2, which suggests that those are the only 2 that I could do that are left. Yeah. Am I right about that? Because they did that after I got 2 fates correct, not 3. Oh no, because well, no. Unknown. Unknown. Yeah, that's right. I can do 2 more. Okay. Okay, so are you Li Hong, clawed by a terrible beast? No, you weren't clawed by a terrible beast. You were decapitated, or no, you were speared by a terrible beast, and you were, where's the other guy? And you were drowned by a terrible beast. Okay. So you were drowned by a terrible beast. And you were speared by a terrible beast. What the fuck? What's up, Dragon? The pictures are the problem. But see, I don't understand because I feel like I keep adjusting the pictures. The pictures is the one thing I find a little frustrating about this. Okay, that's him. You. No. And you're speared. Oh, wait. Decapitated? Adjusting the deaths to names, not the picture. So this is this Wei Li? Oh my god, okay. Decapitated by a beast. Drowned by a beast. Drowned by a beast. Okay. He's not decapitated though? But that's drowned by a beast. Well, why is this not? So it is, so speared, so decapitated doesn't work. Okay. I mean, so because I was trying decapitated. Okay. Well done. All currently solvable fates correct. Alright, good. Okay. So that leaves us just 2 more. There's nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. Okay. Then let's get the hell off the ship and finish this business. Nice. Okay.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
How do I... No. I don't want to go. How do I leave? I'm done. I want to leave. I want to go and do the bargain thing. Can I please? Thank you. Good gravy. How do I leave? Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, it seemed like really weird. Okay. So I did interact with them, though.
Ready to go?
Yes. Let's go. Oh, I see. You just have to sit there and wait.
Finally.
Okay.
Sit down so you don't fall out.
Yeah. There's a couple of little missteps in this game in terms of some of the stuff where it's not totally as clear. He does a pretty good job of avoiding kind of the crossword puzzle logic problem or adventure game logic problem, but every so often I'm like, what? All right, so we got 2 more fates to figure out. which is that last chapter. 1 week later. The Honorable East India Company Insurance Assessment for the good ship Obra Dinn, victim of calamitous events at sea. Prepared by the Company Office of Investigation. Ship damaged in squall, Atlantic, sunken storm, Falmouth. Payout claim, £20,000. Cargo Company, all cargo lost. Payout claim, £5,000. Cargo Crown, all cargo lost. Payout claim for restitution, £3,000. Captain Robert Witterell, fate, suicide, gun, criminal findings, murder of crewmate, estate forfeited to the Crown. William Hoskett, first mate, fate, shot, gun, R. Witterell, criminal findings, attempted mutiny, estate fine, £25. Edward Nichols, second mate, fate, shot, gun by C. Tan, criminal findings, murder of crewmate, 2, attempted mutiny, theft of cargo, estate fined, £100. Martin Perrow, third mate, fate unknown, findings of merit, extraordinary valor, exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded outstanding wages and rewards. Really? I want to find out why that's the case. Claim £90. Well, but I mean, the captain did some screwed up things too. John Davies, fourth mate, fate, clubbed, H. Brennan, criminal findings, murder of crewmate, estate fine, £25. Alfred Klestel, bosun, fate, torn apart beast, findings of merit, exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded outstanding wages and rewards, £70. Charles Minor, bosun's mate, fate, torn apart beast, criminal findings, murder of crewmate, estate unknown, expense claim £15. Henry Evans, surgeon, fate, alive, Africa, findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel, estate awarded outstanding wages, £50. Claim £50. James Wallace, surgeon's mate, fate, decapitated beast, findings of merit, extraordinary valor, estate awarded outstanding wages and reward, £50. Winston Smith, spiked, findings of merit, extraordinary valor, estate awarded outstanding wages and rewards, £60. I hope not. No, it's just showing me what I'm doing. Marcus Gibbs, fate, spiked, estate unknown. So far, the only ones that I don't know. This guy, I think, is in the bargain, because I wasn't able to find him otherwise. Henry Evans, let's see, Jamie, I did that already. Marcus Gibbs, fate, spiked, estate unknown, outstanding wages donated to pension fund, £30. Thomas Sefton Cook, fate, clubbed, beast, estate awarded, outstanding wages, £40. Exactly, no. Emil O'Farrell, butcher, fate, spiked, findings of merit, exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded, outstanding wages and reward, £40. Christian Wolf, gunner, fate, shot, cannon, beast, findings of merit, exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded, outstanding wages and awards, £70. Olis Waiter, shot, gun, J. Davies, criminal findings, murder of crewmate 1, attempted murder, estate fine, £50. Drowned, beast, findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel, £50. Estate awarded, outstanding wages, £50. Okay. Drowned, beast, estate awarded, outstanding wages, £30. Claim £30. Edward Spratt, crushed beast, estate awarded, outstanding wages, £50. Right, I'll run through these. Crushed rigging, no claim made, no claim made. Murder of crewman, abandonment of crew and vessel, estate fine, £35. Jane Bird, alive in Africa, abandoned the crew, £10. Claude, no claim made. Criminal findings, murder of crewmate, estate unknown, expense claim, £25. Estate unknown, expense claim, £25. No claim made. Estate awarded, outstanding wages, £35. 18-something or other, 1807 maybe. Failure to perform duties, estate fine, £35. Estate awarded outstanding wages and reward, £45 because of exceptional performance of duties. Attempted mutiny, theft of cargo, estate fine, £50. Crushed by a cannon, estate awarded outstanding wages, £10. Davy James, fate alive, Africa, findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel, no claim made. Milroy, fate exploded, £40, extraordinary valor. There's one dude who's missing, though, that I didn't count here, who has an unknown fate. Besides this one, this guy right here is unknown, but we have another person who's unknown somewhere. I had two people that were unknown. There we go. Philip Dahl, this guy, murder of crewmate. That was the second one. Findings of demerit, failure to perform duties, £35. Okay. £45. £10, no claim made. £40, £30, £50, £35, £35, £35, £35, 50, 45, 25, 45, 25, 15. What was this for? Because of his estate find? Attempted mutiny, £50, £50, £25, 15, 25, 15. Oh, that'd be a good amount of money then. Yeah, £25, £25, £15. All right, £25, £50, £5. All right, £50, £25, £15. Preliminary draft of this assessment has been approved by the Royal Trade Guarantor. Total claim, £29,285. On behalf of the Honorable East India Company, I certify all statements as accurate and declare this matter closed in its entirety. HEIC Chief Inspector. The pocket watch remains in your possession. The book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans in Morocco, as requested. Wow. £2 million. Okay. Got 2 more guys, though. One year later. What is this?
Can you believe it? A package at this hour. Oh, the thing smells just dreadful.
Uh-oh.
Better you don't open it inside.
Is that a shell?
I'll be turning in now.
I'll bet that's a shell.
Tea's in the kitchen if you need more.
This looks bad. I can't get up. I've got to do it. Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you along with the means to complete it. As for the 3 of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Jane Bird. Thank you, one groggy gamer. This tale belongs to you now. Please finish it. H. Evans. Let's see. Okay, the bargain. Well, okay, if I'm going to finish it, then I have to know this guy. Well, how do I... Wait, though. There's 2 people left. There's Parrot and there's Doll. So how do I... Please tell me that's a watch, not a shell. No, I know, but I don't... Oh, God. Okay. Can I still solve the game if I pick up this claw? Can I solve the game if I pick up the claw? I really just want to make sure that I'm not screwing myself by doing that. Okay. All right. Let's see.
There you are. Collect your things. Where's the key? To that door. Gone. Damn. There's no time. We need to go. Right. Here you go. What are you up to? Nothing, Bruce.
Whoa. Okay, wait. What? That's Henry Evans. Who the hell is that? He was spiked. Okay, he was spiked. What the hell was he spiked by, though? Okay. So Evans shot them. In the lazarette. Ah. A friendly but not entirely pleasant monkey companion was sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge. Okay. Paul Moss, Henry Evans. Yep. This guy. What's up, Reg?
A third shell. Captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Eh? Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy.
Wow, nice, Reg.
Turn. The ship. The Oberton. See it home.
Paul Moss. Okay. Can I still not do that? Okay, crew. It still is not letting me put in what happened to him. These are the two. Both of them died here. Okay, so both of them died there. We enter those two. Thank you. Well, not an unknown fate. He was spiked by a terrible beast. And the last one. What? Oh, what the hell?
I'll kill every last one of you monsters. Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all! Ah!
What? Wow. So he had made some arrangement and he basically like had them hidden up here in the hold. And whatever he had below there, basically they were summoning this Kraken to deal with him. Wow. And the shell was the problem. It always ends with a Kraken. Okay, I still don't have access, I think, to this last one. He was spiked. still can't enter his stuff. Ah, okay, because there's one more death. Oh my gosh. All of these, like, deaths that we're finding out about. I'm really glad that I'm able to go longer.
This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
And he shot it. Right. Just want to make sure I'm not losing the chance to do that. So the captain had his own little deal going on, is what this is all about. This was about the captain, ultimately. And Evans found out about some of it, too, but this is mostly the captain. Give me 1 second before I give that final assessment, Rinda. I want to get to the credits first. Unholy creatures' defiant shrieks were greeted with a fatal bullet. And I still can't figure out the last one, right? Still don't have the last one? Martin Paradis Spike, definitely. Nope. This is so funny. Okay. There we go. Now we get to find out this last guy.
What's this?
Forbidden knowledge.
Quicksilver.
Wow. The shell burned him. Yep. Man, you did not want to mess with this stuff at all. Yeah, it sounds like burned. And that shell, I still saw that shell like shining off the horizon. I thought it was the shell like off the horizon in the water off the boat for a while. No one else was present. Oh, it's not an unknown fate. Burned to death. All fates correct. And one more. Booyah. Yay! What an awesome game. Man, this developer is great. Absolutely great. I mean, for my dad, freaking awesome. He did amazing work with Papers, Please. And this was a great game. Man, what really smart, thoughtful game development. And he did everything. He developed the entire game. Yeah, I know, exactly. That's true. Really, really great job. I mean, there's like, you know, like I say, there's a couple little idiosyncrasies here and there that I didn't like and whatever, but in general, I thought this was excellent. I mean, this is to me like an 8.5 out of 10. This is a really intelligent, smart game with a lot of thoughtful ideas in it, and it's very satisfying. It's very satisfying to get the fates gradually kind of worked out until you get to the end. I think it could still be a little more transparent in terms of telling you if you don't have all the fates right yet and you shouldn't leave or whatever. But this obviously is the true ending, presumably. Character voicing by Rob Townsend. By classic Cameron Nichod. By Jeffrey Pillars. Callum McAuliffe. What did people think about this? I thought it was subtle and interesting. How did people feel about this game? I was, myself, a big fan of it. I'm also glad that I was able to stay on later tonight to finish this. So yeah, I like this a lot. I think, you know, I also like the story. Kind of putting together story this way was really interesting. And the music was neat. There's something enjoyable. So, see, but the thing is, it's not really a horror game, Dragon. I mean, it's a little. There are obviously elements of the supernatural horror, but it really was kind of like, I don't know. It felt more gothic, spooky to me. I mean, obviously there was some violent death, but it was like not. I don't know. It didn't overdo it really. So next game on the docket, what I'm considering doing, so next week is going to be D&D with GOG Storm King's Thunder. The week after that, I'm thinking is probably going to be, I haven't fully decided, but I think it's probably going to be Tower of Time. This was done by Dango Kitty a couple of years ago, but I have not played it, and I'm thinking about at least giving it a try. So I think there's a shot that we're going to go to that. Other than that, there are a couple of other possibilities I'm kind of bouncing around in my head, but I haven't finalized anything, so we will see. But this was cool. It was a really nice palate cleanser also after all the stuff with the long stuff with Pathfinder Kingmaker. So that was neat. And I thought it was a really neat way that they kind of broke it down. I can't even imagine, like, can you imagine the board with the post-it notes, like, clicking and leading to everything and all that? Smart work. I think that this is the kind of designer, this developer is the kind of dude that I would pretty much go and just insta-buy anything that he originally does immediately, because he's already proven to me with two great games, Papers, Please, and this game, that he knows what he's doing. And he does it thoughtfully in an interesting way, and he did everything. So, and I do think it would be neat to see this as a speedrun game, although I don't know entirely how you do that, but it would be neat to see it, like sort of minimizing the amount that's done. But that was awesome. Same maker as Papers, Please. Yep. Really, really cool. So, all right, folks. Well, we are way over time. We are like a half hour over time, but it was worth it because I wanted to stick on and finish this today so I could get it done. By the way, it ended up being, according to GOG Galaxy, 14 hours and 12 minutes. So it was 14 hours to complete. And that, of course, was me streaming. Streaming means you always add on a little bit of extra time. So you figure if you were just playing through it and you'd never played it before, probably like 12 hours or whatever. And obviously, see, this is a game where I feel like I'm not usually a completionist in games. I feel like I usually kind of play an average amount. But this is a game where I feel like you're really encouraged to be completionist because the whole point of the game is solving these puzzles, right? And so doing that, something about that, plus the music and just figuring everything out together. And there was still some mystery left over, you know, when all was said and done. So, but it was cool. So anyway, but I got to get on out of here and go get my dinner and stuff like that. I'm going to be back on my channel in about an hour and a half to play some Apollo Justice Ace Attorney for more brain-bending puzzling with a completely different tone with my voiceover teams. That'll be happening at 9 p.m. tonight. Otherwise, I will be back on tomorrow night. I want to mention, for those of you who like tabletop, I am premiering a new game tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and that is going to be with Community D&D with Shadowed Mage, who has been on here before, along with Echo Elf X5, who should need no introduction here, Kilobyte and Rock God and Hoodie are the four that are going to be playing in Dragon of Icespire Peaks. That's a community game which is premiering tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then I will be back on Friday and Saturday on my channel with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which was my game of the year last year. Just freaking tremendous game. Really, really good. So I'm going to be playing that on Friday and Saturday. And then next week, we will have Adventures of Middle-earth. And I'll be right back here on Pen and Pixels at 4 p.m. as normal for D&D with GOG Storm King's Thunder. And that campaign's really heating up as well. So that's going to be the deal. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, but that's the deal. Anyway, but that's going to do it for me. Indigo Wolfie will be at you, I believe, tomorrow, playing a game. I don't remember exactly where it was, what is being played tomorrow. Let's see, Torchlight 2, that's right, in about 10 hours. So you'll definitely want to stop by and check that out. It's a cool game. So, but that's going to do it for me. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, Inquisitor. Thank you, Diginferno. Thank you, everyone, for hanging with me. This was a fun game. I hope you had as much fun with it as I did, and solving, doing all the brain stuff. It was a good time, and Return of the Obra Dinn, complete. No claim has gone unclaimed. I will see you tonight, hopefully on my channel at 9 p.m. Otherwise, I'll catch all you lovely people soon. And D&D with GOG, Storm King's Thunder next week. Till next time, I will see you folks soon. Have a good one. Bye for now. Oh, and don't ever mess with shells. Ever.
Gets more cold this time of year. The sun is